morning. Good morning. It is chilly in New England. I'm sitting here and all my pillows like this, right? I never sealed that part of the window. So I've had an earache here and there. So I'm like, I'm just going to put this over my ears. And now I'm just like comfy. I grab my cards and I'm like, been sitting with them for like, I don't know, like 45 minutes. I'm looking smooth. I'm looking smooth. Well, like I said, I was just sitting like this, and my ear has been, I got like fluid in my ear. And so the breeze is a lot on my ear because I never sealed my window. I put the plastic on, I never sealed it. Anywho, it's pretty warm down here, I'm not gonna lie. I broke out my sleeping bag last night because I never put them too away from camping. Mind you, it's not freezing in the house. It's really not. And you wouldn't think like this side would be warm, but just with it like sitting on my legs, I'm like, oh, it's warm. I didn't use it last night. I used it when I laid in bed, but I wasn't freezing. I think it's like negative 11, 7. You know, went and got my coffee this morning. I was like, ooh, it wasn't as bad as yesterday. Well, actually, today's colder than yesterday. But when I went to the grocery store, my ears were cold. I wasn't even gonna come live. I was gonna do individual zodiacs, which is strange because I haven't done that in a long time. I'm just gonna pre-record them. It's just -1 right now. Well, that's good. It was by noon. It would be 5 degrees. Thought it was gonna stay negative all day, but we got the wind chill thing going. -13. So you got -24. Yeah, like that. So it's not awful. Could be worse. I just, like I said, I have fluid in my ear. So again, when I'm laying like this and it's coming in through here, it's like hitting that one ear, you know? So I've been sitting like this for like 45 minutes watching Jeannie in Georgia. And I'm like, well, I might as well do something. I mean, Sheldon's over there fucking walking around. Like, how is Sheldon fucking walking around right now? On the coldest day of the fucking year. Go figure. My turtle's walking around. My tortoise is walking around. You know what I did, though? You know the plastic that goes over the windows? I put it over his enclosure. And I actually think it's keeping the heat in. Because that motherfucker never walks around like that. Ever. And coldest day of the year, he's like, I'm going to walk around. So I should have did that from the beginning of the winter. Because apparently he likes it. And I always had the blanket on the side for him. Coldest day of the fucking year. It just blows my mind. Over there, like, it can't be that warm in there. I didn't seal the plastic, obviously, but it must be keeping some type of heat in. Like in his little house, It's about 75. Outside his house, I don't know. Say probably 60s. But he's now old enough this summer to officially be outdoors. A lot of people do it from like a couple years on. But I wanted him inside. But he'll officially be outdoors. And technically, I think they only come in for like a month or two in the winter. Just when it drops like below 50 is when they really bring the tortoises in. Because he can handle being outside in the 50s as long as he has his heating house. You know what I mean? But I really wanted to wait until I moved to before I did like my own like enclosure outside. And I wanted to wait until he was a little bigger so an eagle didn't swoop him up. But technically an eagle. We don't really have eagles around here. We do. Technically a hawk could probably still scoop him up. Be a little hard. Like I know they can lift like dogs and stuff because it's easier. They can get their talons around the fur, right? Not so much a tortoise. It makes it harder. Unless they're like stealth mode and wicked fucking quick and they grab its neck. What the fuck? Just being realistic, right? I always worried about that. So I think with his enclosure for the first year, I want to do like a mesh top. Because you got to do a mesh on the bottom. So you got to dig like 2 feet down. Put all the mesh down. You know what I mean? The metal mesh. Then put it all back up with like a wood siding. Because they dig. They'll dig to fucking China. They love digging like 8 feet deep. So, my parents wouldn't care if I did that in the backyard or not. I just didn't do it because I was so freaking paranoid with the hawks. But this spring, he's going out there. Well, out somewhere. Probably move by then. I don't know. You know, I say that every year, guys. But this year, it's going to happen. Bittersweet. It's going to be the year where I really don't want to go. You know what I mean? But I don't know. For a while, I was like, maybe I'll just buy this place eventually. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, I don't know. I really want the heat. Here we go again. With the heat. But now I feel like New Hampshire is a great place to fucking live compared to whatever. I was like, oh, Texas, this and that, certain places. Now I'm like, fucking, New Hampshire seems to be fucking solid right now. Even though we don't have the seasons like we used to. Even though it's still seasons, but you know what I mean? It's not really the seasons like it used to be. I'm just loving this ear being covered, I'm not going to lie. I'm just stuck on Sheldon right now. I'm stuck on you. Stuck on Sheldon. I'm gonna pee. But I'm like so fucking shocked that he's just like coolest day of the year and let's just I don't know. You guys can watch Sheldon though while I go pee. It's like he won't even know. He won't even know that you're watching him. Or maybe he will. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. Here you go. Here you go, Budsy. Mama help you. Daddy, you got food all over you. You got food all over you, Munchkin. So, I saw the moon. Same to you guys. Maybe you can go to your mom's. Stay warm. I think Danny's house is freezing. He's like, I don't really want Caden to come. It's like freezing. He lives in a old apartment building too. You know what I mean? Old Victorian. So we have heat. The pipes freeze. It's cold. We have heat, and we have Caden. I don't know why Caden didn't touch base with him though, because he's going to our birthday party. He's going to Anthony's. So I don't know why he didn't touch base with Danny and tell him anyway. It's cold here, but I'm only doing this, and it actually feels really good because I was leaning like this on the windows earlier, and I forgot to seal the windows. I'm hooked on Sheldon right now. But I have fluid in my ear anyway. You know, like when I was younger, I used to get earaches a lot, and I'd always do like a hot water bottle. Hot water pad. The old school ones you put the hot water in. Still have it. It's from like the 60s, 70s. We still have the same one. Which is crazy because they're heavy. You know, now that I'm older, I'm like, man, how did I always use that? But there's a breeze coming from right there, so I'm just like covering my ears. But the warmth actually feels good. Yeah, but I don't know why Caden didn't touch base with him to let him know he was going to Aunt's anyway. I'm watching Jeannie in Georgia. I don't know how I feel about this season. I'm like on episode 5. I mean, it's good, but it makes me think how you can really screw your kids up without even like realizing it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize, like in the first season, like I knew it was kind of like fucked up, but I don't know. It's interesting. It's really fucked it. Like one little thing for those who watch Jeannie in Georgia. One little thing to protect our kid. We don't know the whole story anyway yet, right? But it can fuck up your kid like that. So anyhow, it's 9 degrees there. It's -1 here right now. We were supposed to be in the negatives all day, and it's not anymore. It goes to 4 degrees soon. It's 0 degrees right now. But it was supposed to stay negative, so I'm not going to complain. Let me just get rid of the location. But not bad, right? But the wind chill is the wind chill warning right now. That's what I was saying earlier with you guys when I went to the grocery store yesterday. Like within seconds, it was my ears. I was like, oh, like I didn't think to wear a hat, and I wasn't outside for that long. I'm I only had Sheldon's making a ruckus. Coldest day of the fucking year. And Sheldon's just like, hi guys. I mean, apparently that plastic that I just did yesterday made a huge difference. I'm stuck on him now, right now. I'm stuck on you. What's that song? Good morning. He's going back in his home now. He's like, okay. He was eating later at night, and now he's back to like the morning schedule. Last night, I was putting my mom's curtains down. I stuck my hand in a fucking cactus. I've never done that. They were so sharp. My dad took his like magnifying glass, like he puts on his head magnifying glass, and got the tweezers and went to work. I'm talking like dug out huge, like it was right here in my knuckle. It's not red or swollen anymore. Like you see a little of it, right? But oh my gosh, Mingy, guys, it was instant burning. I couldn't even move my knuckle, it, like paralyzed it, and the spikes were coming out that big. I took the head right off the fucking cactus. And my mom loves cactuses. She has a whole bunch in this one window. Oh my God, it was awful. I was like, instant burning. I was like, she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's not your fault. She's like, I really got to move them. I'm like, to where then? Where? You know what I mean? I'm like, they're fine there. Like, my dad's always like, oh, I'm always worried about that. You know? I don't know what I was thinking because I never put the curtains down like that anyway. Because my mom's got huge, long windows. So I usually go up higher and put the curtains down. Not the curtains, the blinds, the shade, whatever it is, the shade. They've gone through so many things. She used to do curtains. And then she had the nice blinds that would go up and down. And they just recently went to shades. Which is strange because you can't get the shades all at the same level sometimes compared to like the other ones. But they went with shades. Guess they wanted a different look. But anywho, I'd never done that. Look at all these hats, you guys. So sweet. I've never done that with the cactus before. I was like, holy shit. That fucking hurt, man. So my dad took him a while to stick them, get them all out. And I just said, brr, brr, stick them. Then I was down here for a little while. And I was like, I think there's one more. I went upstairs, sure as shit. It was like right in between. He grabbed it. He was like, holy shit. But it almost paralyzed my knuckle. It was fucking weird. I was like, okay, paralyzing my knuckle now, are you? Again, I've never done that. First time for everything, right? That shit, it is. I'm like, well, if you're gonna have cactuses like that, why do you gotta have those ones? She's got every cactus you can think of. Like, you know, the ones you touch where it's like you don't even know you got the thorns because it's soft. It's like soft hair. And then for days your fingers are fucking burning. Like the first time I bought Sheldon prickly pear cactus. That was fun. I didn't realize there was all sorts of hair on it. And I was cutting it on my floor. My foot burned for like weeks. I had to vacuum and vacuum and vacuum and vacuum and vacuum. Oh my God, my hair's so tight right now. Vacuum. Oh my. I'm like, I thought I bought it de-haired. I don't know what you call it. De-haired. It's not even comfortable like that. I really just like it over that one ear. I'm not going to be able to get it where I want it now. I shouldn't have touched anything. There we go. I just tuck it behind my ears. I was just laying in bed early and I'm like, favorite sweatshirt ever. For 5 years now, 365 days a year, I guarantee you see me in this sweatshirt 300 of those days. And I don't know if Spirit's trying to talk to me, like, switch out the sweatshirt. And I'm like, "No, I'm not switching out the fucking sweatshirt. This Cleveland, Ohio sweatshirt is the best thing that ever happened to my life. Okay? It's not fucking going anywhere." So I was just on Facebook. Way to go. I think I want this sweatshirt. I'm like, what color do I get it in? Shit show supervisor. Right? I think that's my next sweatshirt. Shit show supervisor. Now it's just like, in what color? I love sweatshirts. I just got the cutest sweatshirt for me and Ash. I got her one. It's from Italy. I'll probably never find it. Let me go to our text messages. I'll send her like little reminders. It's taken forever to get here. It's now in transit. It made it to customs in Italy. But it's the cutest sweatshirt. She's Irish. I'm not. I just have the Irish last name because the ex-husband. But she's Irish. We're both mixed. So I got us both this sweatshirt. I didn't know it was coming from fucking Italy. Super cute though, right? I almost got the one with the hoodie. And then I was like, nah. But I love the armpits here. I mean, it's good quality. They were kind of pricey. I've never bought a $50 sweatshirt from another country. But look how cool, look how comfy it looks, guys. Super comfy, right? I want to move to Italy. I was on that for like 3 months. Certain places in Italy. But they have a cold winter too. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I might pack my bags and just move to fucking Indonesia. I ain't shitting you. Indonesia is calling my fucking name. I'm really ready to just like, even for like a weekend, but I know I can't go to Indonesia for a weekend. I look like E.T. I'm just here to entertain you guys. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Say, don't worry about a thing. So, what am I gonna do about this mono thing in my toothbrush? I was throwing away my toothbrush like every 3 weeks because I thought I had strep. Been to Jamaica twice. I love Jamaica. I would go back to Jamaica. I wouldn't live there though. Max looks so cute right now. He's loving this sleeping bag. I've never taken out sleeping bags in the house. And I didn't want to bust out my other blankets because I didn't want to go into the hope chest. And I was like, oh, they might be a little smelly because they've been in the chest. And I had 2 sleeping bags out that I never put away that I washed after camping. He's like loving the sleeping bag. It's like his new favorite thing. I'm like, well, I can't really keep it out for him. It's kind of inconvenient. Made it keep out the sleeping bag for him. but I am enjoying that he's loving it. So I feel like I gotta leave the sleeping bag out if I'm like on the floor somewhere now. You know? Oh, so I was thinking, oh yeah, what am I gonna do with the toothbrush thing? Throw it out. I know how many times I gotta throw it out. So like every time it reactivates, I'll just throw it out, use another one. It's like strep. Do I keep it like with the strep rule? So is it like the strep thing? Like just throw it every time, like, because I'm even getting like sores in my mouth now. I'm like, what the fuck? I woke up and all of a sudden, like, my throat doesn't hurt though. When yesterday it killed. It's so fucking random. And I know it's gonna be like that for a while. My ear's really hurting though because there's fluid in it. I probably should take some Sudafed and I almost said Aztecas. I should probably take some Sudafed and Flonase, that other combination I was doing that worked when I had fluid in my ear. I just can't remember what the combination was. So yeah, what do we do about the toothbrush thing? Grace, she was smoking in the hospital. My dad used to tell me stories of him smoking in the hospital. My dad has the best hospital stories. His friend was come in, they would get wicked high in the fucking bathroom, smoke a joint in the bathroom. He would take the pills that the nurses would give him and his friends like had put under his tongue, like hide it, and then they would go get high in the bathroom. My dad has the best hospital stories. My dad was in the hospital for months at one point for like certain stuff. I've never heard so many outrageous hospital stories ever. And they couldn't open the windows then, so they would smoke out the fucking bathrooms, like high as shit, smoking blunts, joints in the bathroom in a hospital. Oh, Lord is right. Yeah, you should hear some of them. It's like, I gotta record these. Like, these are fucking great. It's like some of his best stories that I've ever heard that where I'm dying laughing. I'm like, how did you get away with this shit? I think they were tripping one day in the hospital. I was like, what the fuck? The things you guys did in the 60s and 70s and got away with. Like when he was in the Navy, they used to get high as shit in the dorms, whatever you'd call them. If they got caught, they would have got kicked out. They didn't care. They still got high as shit, knowing that their officer could come in anytime. I'm like, these fucking people, man. Like on the way to Vietnam, they used to smoke on the fucking ship. Just hope they didn't get caught. Because they were all so fucking scared. They would just drink and fucking smoke. So they didn't think about what they were walking into. Here's our military, here's our Navy crew going to Vietnam high and drunk as shit because they're scared. Like some of the stories are no fucking joke. People who actually experience this shit, you know what I mean? What they did to cope and shit. Some of his best stories were in the hospital and the Navy. The shit they did, man. The shit they did. Stuck on You. What song is that? Or was it a commercial? Maybe I'm thinking of a makeup commercial. I get 2 more of these. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. I just bought this in case I need it. It's got 0 nicotine in case I need it. I don't want like the 0 nicotine. I don't want the habit of the puffing. Lionel Richie. But I bought this in the patch. I've quit cold turkey quite a few times in my life. Kenny Rogers, I don't know. It's one or the other. My ear's hurting. Good morning. What?
I was talking to
I don't know. I don't know.
You heard it's a question. They need to know if we need to take a dinner for
Then I'll have to go upstairs and ask her. Last I heard, she was still nauseous, so I think we were gonna hold it. Yeah, I know, it's fine. Let me go upstairs and ask her. All right, I'll let you know. Love you, bye. Time. Stay alive. Stay alive. What time I dropped you off, Anthony? 3:30? 4? 4 o'clock now?
4. It's been the same. Doesn't change anything.
What time?
Are you okay?
What time? Yesterday was 3. We're leaving at 3.
Before 4.
Before 4?
Yeah, around 4.
Okay, well, I gotta pick up dinner, so it matters. Loki just barked at me because I have the hood on. Now you don't want to answer your phone?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, the eggs. She'll like it.
Are you with Mia?
Hi. I was talking to Jade, sorry.
Are you with Mia right now?
No.
Oh, she's calling in.
Okay. I'm going back downstairs right now. I was just going out. Okay, yeah. I'm with her.
Okay. How do I hit end? End. Oh, shit. Mia, sorry. Hold on. I'm hanging up on... Oh. Tell Lonnie I'm sorry. Oh, fucking A, this phone.
This is not okay.
I'm trying.
Please don't hang up the phone again. Is she fucking good?
I put you on FaceTime.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here. Well, why'd you hang up the phone 10 times? You had us on the phone. Oh, Mom. Looking like this, Mom?
Looking
Is
like...
she on YouTube? Yes. Why is she calling us on YouTube? Okay. Hi, Mom.
Hi. So, we're going to do Thai food.
We're having time food?
Yes.
That's it? Okay. And the 7 just FaceTime calls. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm excited, though. Who's gonna... Yeah, me and Mia will share one. Can we
Hi,
have
Jade.
on ours?
Jade, are you coming over today too?
Told Bremen I'll roommate.
In this weather? Shit, I'm on the laptop.
All right. Are you coming over too? Y'all coming?
Thai food, but like, sure. Jade said she hates Thai food, but sure, I guess.
Okay.
Fried rice or something for her. Okay,
Okay.
but me and Mia want, obviously, pad thai, no peanuts, and we'll share our container, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I have to bring Kaden to Anthony's before 4. And then I guess, I mean, it's just shitty timing because I was going to grab dinner around that time.
So grab dinner on your way back from Anthony's. He lives in London.
No, I'm bringing him to the grandmother's in Salem.
Oh.
So,
Maybe Kim will definitely hit that up for us.
like Kim, if Kim grabs the food.
Yeah. Mom said if you can grab the food, maybe. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you want to discuss with her. She said she's dropping Kaden off at Anthony's, but in Salem. No, she's home. She's not on YouTube.
I am on YouTube.
She is, but does it look like she cares? She's having a phone conversation. I don't want to have a conversation where she's online. You're not online.
Okay, so I'll call. Yeah, I'll just.
Kim thinks she's on camera right now for some reason. It's facing me. Everything's okay, Kim. She's literally blocking her face.
I wouldn't do that to her.
Yeah.
All right, so we will figure it out. We'll do Thai food today.
Okay.
All
I
right.
need to coordinate with Mom because someone's gonna pick up this food. Okay.
Or if you guys are here, you can drop off Anthony, Kaden. I'll get the food. We'll figure it out. Hi, Zozo. Oh, goosey goose. Goosey goosey.
I
All
could
right.
bring her, but I know you probably don't want.
No, it's too chaotic. All right, so I'm going to do YouTube, and when I'm off, I'll call you, and we'll figure it out.
Okay. I know that Kim's going to the grocery store right now.
Okay. Well, not right this second. I just saw in her robe.
Well, she's writing the list, so.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
All right. I'll talk to you in a little while.
Okay. Love you.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Here.
Okay. All right. Stuck on you. Oh, yeah. Line over G. I've been trying to do like the family dinner things and getting together and Mom was super nauseous yesterday, so I'm like, I don't want to like get her favorite stuff when she's like nauseous and can't eat, right? So We were playing that one by ear. Oh, Thai food is so good. If it wasn't for somebody that's like, just get it. He got it. And he's like, just try it. And I was like, okay. It can be spicy. I get it spicy, but I like spicy food. You can get it mild. You can get it where it's not spicy at all. I'm not crazy about like Indian food. It's not. A lot of people will say it's the same thing, but they're all kind of different. Their spices are different. Oh, I thought that was my dad. What up, Buttercup? It's good though. My favorite's the green curry over white rice and pad thai. The curries are good. It really just depends on what type of curry. I'm not huge on like yellow curry, orange curry. There's a new curry that Lonnie wants to try, which is like the original curry. I don't know what it's called. So, but green curry is my favorite. I've had the Thai coconut soup before. Pad Thai is probably just my favorite. So, and there's sticky rice. Yep. I like some Cajun food. Stuck on you. I don't know which we were saying Lionel Richie and someone else. Yeah, maybe Lionel Richie or somebody else. It's one of those. Since the original is Lionel Richie, but then Elvis sang it too. But Elvis was before Lionel, right? Or maybe not. Yeah, no, he was the original. But it's weird because it's like being stuck on Sheldon and then keep getting the same message of being stuck on you. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not like an obsession thing. 9 of Cups wanted to pop out. I'll do a quick reading for you guys. It's weird though. It might be Kenny Rogers. I don't know. Because I was going to do individual zodiacs and just like pre-record them. Which is weird because I typically don't do that. This deck is so soft. Like obsessive soft. There might be somebody who's like obsessed with you. Smooth. You're the smooth operator. So, and then we was just chatting. Let's do a quick reading. Yeah, they both did. I don't know. So that's your song for today. I mean, I could care less if someone's stuck on me. Because if somebody was stuck on me or stuck on you, you'd probably fucking know it. And if you know it, it'd be going good. So obviously, if it's not going good, then who gives a fucking flying fuck? That's the type of fucking mood I'm in. People have just been fucking aggravating me lately. It's more of like a fucking nuisance. So go be stuck on someone else because I'm not fucking stuck on you. See how that goes? See how that goes? I ain't got time for that shit. I got zero time for that shit. You know? Zero time for that. Being all like, here I am. No. You're a fucking nuisance. Here I am. Well, here I come as a fucking hurricane. Fuck your ass up. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. They can go fuck off. All these people want to come back into my life. Where the fuck did they come from? My catalyst came back the other day. Came back, has said nothing. It's been 4 days. The fuck are you waiting for? Did you come back to play fucking games? Did you come back to apologize? Did you come back to say hi? Did you come back just to look at my profile? What the actual fuck? Like, where are they all fucking coming from? Out the fucking woodwork. Go away. Aren't I so pleasant? Go away. The fuck? Can't wait to see what he has to fucking say. You know? Like, what do you got to say? Just gonna stay silent for a few days? Are you waiting for me to, like, lose my shit? Are you waiting for me to tell you off? Are you waiting for me to get obsessed again? Like, what are you waiting for? Because those days are over. You know? I'm like, what the fuck? And I got ones that I can't get to go away. I tell them to go away. They just fucking keep coming back. Telling you. Just fucking get it. I just don't get it. Now I know why people are just like, it just, like, what the fuck? Hey. I ain't in the mood for nothing. Nada. I gotta get down to business. Even my dreams, everything's like time to create. Even the cards out yesterday, it's like time to create. That 2 better than 1, I'm not having 2 better than 1. This bitch will go solo all day. I don't need distractions. You know? I don't need distractions because that's all they are right now. So, anybody else catalyst come back? What's up with that? It's like, so think about it. If you were a catalyst for somebody or that person was a catalyst for you, it's like they all want to circulate back around. It's like, oh, Mingya, I've already learned these lessons. So it's like they always all come back. Good intentions, bad intentions, hit you up. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the Cancer in me and it's the full moon where it's kind of like, I don't think it's like a lesson though, right? And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing if he came back just to say like hi or whatever the case may be, or if it was genuine or, but it's almost just like, I don't know. You know? It's just strange because it's like you're the catalyst, they're the catalyst, but it's your catalyst, right? So if you know it was your catalyst, they hold that demeanor character. They're that catalyst for a lot of other people too, right? So it's, again, it could be the Cancer moon and it's like home life, family life, friends, thoughts. I'm hearing like structure, but I'm not even saying like it's a bad thing. We didn't leave like on the best terms, but like it's also years and years later, so it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? And I kind of like feel like me and like Cancers, it's like you just stay friends with people. It's not like really like you don't really hold grudges. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure it can be like that too. And I don't know what it would be like or if I even talk to him, but I'm just at the point where I'm like, all right, you hit me up, right? And then, say nothing for days. So are you trying to test me? Like, don't, it's like, don't test me. I gotta move this. Hold on.
Stay home for a little while.
Yeah.
I gotta go shopping for one.
Okay.
And I'm going to get a portable bedside commode.
Okay.
And the clothes in the dryer.
Yeah, I did that. Are you leaving now?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be up in a minute. Grab my stuff.
Is the heat on down here enough?
Yeah, I'm good. Do you think it's cold?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. It's behind the fridge.
It says it's 72 out here.
Yeah, I'm not freezing.
All right. Well,
I mean, it
you
is
look like you are. You fucking got a hoodie.
yeah, but I'm just that's that food I'm eating, and it was just kind of making my mouth feel warm. So,
Yeah, well, the temperature is 72.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm not freezing.
yeah, it's probably just so warm upstairs.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not used to having it that warm.
All right. We'll just have to do the reading upstairs. Seeing if you're still interested. What we were talking about, oh, the catalyst. Yeah, it's not like I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it's a big deal. And he impacted my life, but in a really good way. Like I learned that lesson, and it's like almost being thankful. Because you realize that with the catalyst when it's said and done. Like when you're someone's catalyst, it's the same thing. Eventually they'll be thankful, you know. But it's the work I did. It's not the work they did. You know what I mean? It's the work I chose to do, to let go and certain stuff. So I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing if it ends up being one of those things where it's like not in my best interest to keep him on social media or to talk to him, then so be it. It's not going to like phase me either way, you know? I just think it's odd. That hit me up days ago and you've said nothing. And I'm not talking shit, guys. You know what I mean? I'm really not. I'm just kind of like, it's just that energy of the catalyst coming back around, you being a catalyst for other people. So it's like when they all come back around at the same time, it's a little overwhelming. That's how it's going down on my end, you know? Not, and the catalyst isn't even overwhelming. But if you think about it, out of all of them, I had the most spiritual connection with him. So if we could actually get to the point where we could be friends and just actually friends, it's not a bad thing, guys, you know? But I don't know if it will go that route either. I That's just it. I just am like, but don't come in and try to test me. Like, then we know we're just not getting anywhere, right? Which is fine because not a big deal. Um, just like all coming back at once, all coming back around. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why? You know? It is what it is, guys. It's not a huge deal. But then I just have other ones where it's like, fucking stop, you know? And they just fucking keep coming back. It's more of like, I don't think they realize that if anything, you're just a fucking nuisance. Like I'm just so over it. I'm not even trying to be mean. I just am like, come on, you know? Like, smarten up. Get with the fucking program. We just went, I think it's like 71, my dad said. He's like, you look all cold. He's trying to heat up. Now I'm going up to like 85. Pellet stove. Yeah, I don't know if I could be friends with my cat. I would think so. I would hope so though, because, but again, it's a catalyst, right? So I don't know how that all works out, you know? So it's really not that cold. I mean, my hands are cold, but I was just under the window on the bed doing YouTube. No, that's the one. Yeah, it's not bad. No, he's saying the one. It's hot like that too, yeah. Okay, let's plug you in. Let's plug you in like Finn. I literally have all the plants on the table because we didn't want them to freeze in the window. So, oh my god, it's so nice and toasty warm up here. I don't even need the hoodie anymore. Welcome back. So I don't think I would mind being friends with my catalyst, guys. Like a friend. Because if you think about it, like that type of catalyst is spiritual. They're the only ones that have that capability to get you to where you need to be. A lot of people would think that catalyst is like, I don't think a lot of people, they say, oh, they're the catalyst, but they could be the catalyst for you to wake up and think about something differently. There's a difference between catalysts when certain ones are spiritual. It's a different type of catalyst. Get what I'm saying? Like, because someone was like, oh, I think my husband was my catalyst. It could be like a catalyst to get in and out of certain situations. But one who can put you on a spiritual path, like the path I chose, that's a different type of catalyst. They have to be extremely powerful to get somebody on that path. But then I had to do the work. You know what get what I'm saying? So they're already spiritual. There's a big difference there. If you have a catalyst that's not spiritual, that's not the type of catalyst I'm talking about. So if I was able to be friends with that person again, I wouldn't think it'd be a bad thing. That's why I'm like, when he hit me up, I responded. And I'm only explaining this to you guys because this might happen to you. And it was through social media. So I don't even think he has the new number that I got a couple years ago. I haven't talked to him in years. So I accepted and I was like, oh, holy shit, like, hey, yada, yada. And I haven't heard back from him, which is really no big deal. But it's like, don't come back around and then not respond. It's kind of rude. So, I don't know. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't really faze me. But I'm just saying, like, it's a different type of catalyst. So if we could be friends, I don't think it'd be a bad thing. Because learn from each other. You know what I mean? So, you know, hope he's not testing me. Maybe he's just busy. I don't know. I talk about like expectations. I wouldn't have expectations in that situation because of the prior scenario. So I'm not really looking at it like it's a big deal, or I'm like blabbing business. So I'm just kind of explaining to you guys the difference and the type of energy that's kind of out there. But he could have a whole nother fucking agenda, guys. I don't know. I won't know until we talk, if we end up talking. Get what I'm saying? And then there's other energy that's just like, why can't we be friends? Like, back to that shit again. It's like, you know why we can't fucking be friends? It's more of a fucking nuisance at this point. So it's like they're all coming out of the fucking woodwork. But it seems to be like either your catalyst or whoever you were the catalyst for. It's like circulating. That's the type of energy. So that's circulating. Now, when I did the video the other day, remember I talked about it with you guys, I was like, oh, it feels like there's a little bit of a test here, but I feel like it's more about like subconscious and subconscious, conscious and subconscious energy more than anything else. But I also said that to you guys too, like, you gotta be careful with that Cancer energy, and it's the full moon, right? We tend to hold on to the past, but not hold on to it in a bad way. It's more like we're sentimental, you know what I mean? So we tend to hold on to friendships and forgive and do that and move forward. But it doesn't mean that they have to be part of your future. You know what I mean? You don't have to bring them into your future just because there's a sentimental piece to it. So, I mean, fuck if I know. People could just be like hitting me up to see if I talk about them on YouTube. Like, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, but that's on them. That's on them. That's not on me. Like, don't come back into my life and try to test me and figure out where I'm at. You know? And don't do that. See you in a little while. I don't know, guys. I think when people start to take things personally and this and that with readings, they just always assume it's their story or it's about them. And sometimes they're just so fucking far off, it blows my mind. But then it also gives me a wake-up call to realize how self-restricted one can be too, you know? Not really being open-minded. So I just heard those days are over. There's definitely a new chapter, especially like with you guys, with me. Remember that day everything was breaking? I've been having some crazy wild dreams, and my dreams are talking to me. I actually had, on a personal level, I feel like I should keep it to myself, but not really because we're talking like this, but I had a hummingbird come to me in my dream, land on my finger, was giving me like kisses. And a hummingbird is from a spiritual realm when it comes from a dream. It's a message. And it talks about all sorts of stuff. But I know for me it's like it's time to go. Like it's new beginnings, time to create, that type of stuff. So I'm getting beautiful messages like that way as well. And there's not too many people in my life that I can relate to like that, like how I can relate to spirit. So I would choose spirit any day over somebody else. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know if anybody can be on my level. That's not a bad thing. But like consciously, like be on my level. I don't know how to explain it. Just like free bird, open-minded. Like I cannot not be with somebody like that. I don't know. You know, like somebody who understands me, and then you got people like, I understand you. No, you don't fucking understand me. You don't know me. You don't get me. Don't fucking get me going, because that's when I want to punch somebody in the fucking throat. That's when the Scorpio comes out. And it's like, walk. So, I don't know. Conversation just got deep and went in a whole nother direction. But no. So you can create from the past, absolutely. No, you can. But your mind's got to be focused on the future. Because think about all the stuff in the past, that the ideas, the thoughts, your lessons, right? As long as that is focused on your future, then I guess it really depends on what it is or where you're going with that. But you gotta let go of the past and look at it as it's your future. There's all different scenarios. I guess it really depends on the scenario. You know, there's certain things from the past I wouldn't want to build upon. There's some things leaving in the past. If it comes into the future, the past doesn't come with it. You know, which is really hard to do. Like it's hard to move on with somebody when there's a lot of past. I've been there. You know, where it's like there has to be boundaries, there has to be limitations, there has to be expectations, there has to be all sorts of stuff. Because when you have history with somebody and one wants to kind of keep it at a limbo versus stabilizing something, that's not going to work because there's too much history. And if that doesn't click for them and it's clicked for you, be the fuck out. You know? It's not worth entertaining. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can have beautiful connections with certain people, energies, and then it's like something just clicks where it's like, do you really want to take that into your future? You know? So that could be the test too, with the conscious and subconscious and certain stuff and you knowing, you know. But it's hard when you always saw potential or this and that. But you can't look at it as like there's potential there anymore. You can't add that potential there that you thought was once there. You can't do that to yourself anymore. Someone's letting it run stagnant, let them. So, and I have beautiful connections with people. So it's tough because it always gets that one spot, like we're gonna move this forward, you know? And sometimes they can't do it. And then there's other scenarios where you don't want to move it forward or you do. Like the last scenario was really tough because there's so much history. I'm not gonna just like flow without expectations or where's your head at? You're gonna tell me you don't know where your head's at after so much time? I don't got time for that either. You can't find yourself. I don't want to be with somebody who's fucking lost. And that's not me being a fucking asshole. I've been in your life for years and you still want to tell me you can't find yourself? Are you silently projecting fears? I'm not doing that shit with people anymore. I'm not here to fucking hold your hand. You know? I know it sounds awful, but it's the reality of the situation. The entire collective is in right now when it comes to karma. This is probably why I'm telling you personal stuff. It's not to attack them or this or put anybody down. This is the actual fucking energy that the entire collective is dealing with right now. If they choose to stay stuck, let them stay stuck. You know, like it's just, they have to figure it out. Just like you think about in your catalyst situation. Maybe that's why mine came back, just for me to process all of this. I found my way out of that. Now they need to find their way out. He didn't hold my hand why I found my way out of that situation. So why am I going to hold somebody else's hand? I already know how it works. The only time I'm going to hold someone's hand and be there is in a situation where somebody's willing to move forward, you know, and really talk about things, whether it's uncomfortable or not. If someone can't give me that, then nope. I came across something beautiful. I sent it to myself. I'll share it with you guys. It's so true. When it comes to 5 signs of emotional unavailability. Because I've said this to you before, like I need an emotional connection with people. It's just where my comfort level's at, and why not have that comfort with somebody? It's a beautiful thing, right? But when I came across her, I was like, holy shit and balls.
5 signs of emotional unavailability, so you should look out for them when you're starting to date someone. Number 1 is inconsistent communication. When they're there, they're really there. It feels delicious, but most of the time they're just gone. Number 2 is they're unclear about what they're looking for, and they're really like they dislike labels. They want friends with benefits or a situationship. They sort of want the cake. They don't want to actually make it. Do you know what I mean? Number 3 is they're hot and cold with their affection. Maybe behind closed doors, they're super affectionate, but out in public, they're not at all. They're cold mostly with some sporadic hot. Number 4 is they avoid deep conversations. They just want to keep it light. They want to keep it casual. And number 5 is they expect you to work with their schedule. Like it's on their time that they really want to see you, not really on your time. These are 5 signs of emotional unavailability. So you should
Just
look out
listen
for
to
them
that
when
one
you're
more
starting
time,
to date
guys.
Number 1 is inconsistent communication. When they're there, they're really there. It feels delicious, but most of the time they're just gone. Number 2 is they're unclear about what they're looking for, and they're really like they dislike labels. They want friends with benefits or a situationship. They sort of want the cake. They don't want to actually make it. Do you know what I mean? Number 3 is they're hot and cold with their affection. Maybe behind closed doors, they're super affectionate, but out in public, they're not at all. They're cold mostly with some sporadic hot. Number 4 is they avoid deep conversations. They just want to keep it light. They want to keep it casual. And number 5 is they expect you to work with their schedule. Like it's on their time that they really want to see you, not really on your time. These are 5 signs of emotional.
Stop looking back, guys. I've been in that situation so many times. And it really boils down to their projected fear. So if we're gonna work on ours and find our way out of that shadow side, we don't need somebody and I know it sounds awful because they haven't reached that level yet. But it really will hold you back. And these are things that all 5 of those was like my last situation. Like dead on, all fucking 5 of them. And I can't even tell you how many conversations I had over and over to try to get this person to fucking open up. You know, and we can't just be that person. Like there's only so many times you can continuously keep doing that to yourself before it takes a toll on your health, takes a toll on you. If somebody is not emotionally vulnerable with you, I just, you know, and then I always have that person like, well, men are so much different. Okay, so men and women are different, but at the end of the day, you can't say that men don't want that connection either, because of course they do. So don't go by societal viewpoints of what a man should act like, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for that. And it is so painful. And when that hit home when I heard it, because I've been stressing all those things off and on for years with one particular scenario. And it's just like, I found my way out of it probably over a year ago. I no longer expect that from somebody. Well, I expect it. I don't expect it from that person anymore. But that's why people are like, with expectations, don't expect to have expectations. No, you want to have those certain expectations. Because at the end of the day, you really want to be around somebody who cares about you. And I know this person cares about me, guys, but if they can't break through their own habitual thoughts and feelings, whatever that is, like, I just got no tolerance for it. I can't do it, you know? And I don't think this doesn't make that person not a good person. You just can't do that anymore. What's he got? My mom has a movie on from 1937, The Littlest Diplomat. It's so cute. I had to bring Loki up. So I'm not saying, guys, it's like a bad thing, like an awful thing. This person's still a good person. If someone can't get in tune with what they really want, you don't got time to hang around. So that's just the energy that's kind of out there, guys. And it doesn't make them a bad person. I just don't see how you can hold on to hope or anything. And I know it sounds so dim, but it's just the reality of the situation, guys. You know what I mean? They always think you're going to forgive them or this and that. They always think you're going to be there. But you got to look at it. And I think this is why we're talking. And it's like, because I was his catalyst. And then my catalyst came back around. So I'm not talking shit about anybody. This was meant for me to have this conversation with you guys. Because you got to know the difference between certain catalysts. You got to know where you're going, what they want, certain things. Like, it's just, you got to know the difference. So if you're someone's catalyst to get them out of certain scenarios and situations, it's going to be in and out, in and out, in and out. Just the way it goes. But it's also teaching you along the way, right? So a lot of people who want to use twin flame. I'm over that. No such thing in the fucking 3D, guys. No such thing in the 4D like that. They're all catalysts. We're all catalysts to get to where we need to be in life. There'll always be a catalyst that comes in, awakens you, however it is you need to be awakened. Again, if it wasn't for my catalyst, and he's extremely spiritual. That's why it was such a magnetism there. Because I'd always been spiritual, but not in the point where I am now. So it takes a very powerful person, a very powerful energy to come in and awaken that in somebody. So that's why I say, like, job over, because it really is a job, you know? And if eventually it's supposed to be more, you know what always got me? When somebody feels like something's meant to be. You know, if it will be, it will be. But it takes two people. So if the other person's not putting in the effort, it's not meant to be. But the fact that they still have that projected thought keeps them stuck. And then it just keeps you aggravated. So you gotta know. I think you guys are there anyway, but so needless to say, all the catalytic energy is floating around me. So I'm assuming it's going to start floating around you. I don't think there's much that you need to do with it or worry about it. I don't really think it's a big deal that you need to overthink it. Let me find that Pinocchio one. How the guy explained the Pinocchio. Oh, this guy's awesome. What conscious people do. This is cute. I'll start this one over for you. What conscious people do with money. He's like me all day.
This door is heavy as shit. This might weigh like 7 pounds. One time, you gotta close it slow. One time we let it slam and broke a $60,000 piece of it. When we come closer, we put these
This
in
guy's
here,
got a
it's more-
crystal
these are
room.
more secure. These are the expensive pieces. Get a close to the low pieces. You cool tourmaline in here, sulfur. There's a bunch of really cool pieces. Aqua. Some of the pieces are like the favorite pieces. Like this is the first piece we ever collected. Not the most expensive piece, but it's a cool piece. This piece is super, super rare. You want to come over here. This piece is extremely rare. Like no one would ever show this piece on TikTok, ever. So these cases, and then if you look around, you know, we do a 360. There's really cool pieces all along the wall. Like super, super cool pieces.
Can you imagine going into that room just to chill out?
This stuff, that's really
The amount of energy.
So if you come in here, you guys have seen this before. Here, I'll show you guys. Without the dark light on, it looks like normal rocks. You're passing those every day of your life, right? Bear with me, turn the light off. Certain animals can see this, but we can't see it. Without 3 levels. You come through, this door is heavy as shit. This might weigh like.
That's me all day. I gotta find the Pinocchio one. It just cracked me up.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh my god, I just sang this the other day.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Thank you for being a
Alcohol
friend.
versus weed.
Travel down the road and back
Look at
again.
these two little fuckers.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
I thought that was adorable. But I want to find this Pinocchio one for you. Here we go.
Pineal gland is the third eye. When you read the story of Pinocchio, Pinocchio has 2 words. Pine, P-I-N, pineal gland, and occhio is ocular. Occhio in Italian is eye. That's why you go to an oculist. So Pinocchio means the pineal gland. Pinocchio is a puppet. He's not a real person. In order to become a real person, to ascend, you have to activate your pineal gland. You have to stop telling lies. You have to stop being deceived by your friends. You have to stop going to the circuses and the shows, as all the philosophers have ever said, getting drunk, intoxicated with drugs, and to be sober. So the pineal gland is the third eye, and it's our highest consciousness. If you want to be real, just read the story of Pinocchio and activate your Pinocchio.
Isn't that like such a great way to look at it? And a lot of people like don't realize like the story behind Pinocchio. And I've always picked up on it, but not to that level. Crazy, right? To have somebody actually break it down like that, like, because it is wow. You know? So, you know. So, anywho, I'm not trying to like shit on anybody, guys. You know, I got beautiful connections with people. You just got to know what's best for you. And regardless of where somebody's at, whether they're having a hard time or not, if you're expressing that you're there for them and you're being vulnerable and you're letting your walls down and you got boundaries and there's so many things and you've done it multiple times to let them know that you're really there, if that energy doesn't appreciate you, then there's no point in really arguing, or someone wants to trigger you, no point in entertaining. But on the other hand, if somebody wants to be vulnerable and they're going to open up and these are my issues, I want to work through them with you. Absolutely, hands down. Try to work through them. It's just most people don't get there. Eventually they do, but the majority of the time you're doing it on your own and they need to do it on their own. So I think a lot of you are probably going to be put in this situation if we're having these type of conversations. And I think it's more solo, because again, your very first catalyst, they didn't hold your hand through that, right? So it is what it is, right? So it's time to recognize your own needs, what really suits you, what you choose to explore, to what you choose to put boundaries on, I swear I've had such profound connections with a lot of people. And I feel it to be like a blessing and a curse at the same time. But they really are blessings. But you got to think about it. Just because you've known somebody for so long, or somebody made a huge impact in your life, you are where you are because of the work you did. It does not mean they need to go along for the ride with you, right? So I think this energy is coming around for you guys because the last couple reads is more about sometimes two is better than one, but when it comes to your energy and what's best for you, not necessarily if it's a solo ride, but spirits like have fun at the same time. But that could be with, your friends, your family. It doesn't have to be with somebody from your past or a lover just because you guys have a good time. Because at the end of the day, when you wake up the next day, you know where that leads to. And it's not going to get anywhere if you're not really talking about anything, right? So again, I'm not shitting on anybody. We've all been in these situations. You just got to think about your very first catalytic energy that came in and transformed your life. Usually best friends stick around. They're always there for you, whether they get you or not. When it comes to a lover and intimacy, it's different. Chances are you're not going to be able to sit there and do it with that person if you weren't able to do that originally with your catalyst. But you got to remember is with my catalyst, the obsession that I had, the curiosity. I mean, this one woke me up like you wouldn't believe. It's powerful. So I hope one day maybe we can be friends because I can't, to be able to be friends and for me to be able to understand them and him to be able to understand me is powerful. Doesn't mean he'll be part of my life, guys. I mean, he could be coming in just because he's fucking horny for all I know. And that ain't gonna fucking work, fly either, But I'm just saying, in general, we gotta look at the bigger picture here, the bigger energy surrounding it, not the person itself, the energy surrounding. So I think it's just time for you to do a solo thing. You have all that passion energy, creative energy that's coming out. Take it, use it, form it into something. Let energies in and out, let the energies flow. There's a reason that one reached out eventually. Tell me why. There's a reason why I'm going through what I'm going through on the other end. Yada, yada. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of take the energies, let them in, let them out. Don't let them sit with you like that. King of Pentacles, Death card, Eight of Swords. Okay? This is the end of feeling trapped. It's the end of feeling stuck, end of feeling restricted. Well, this is another energy that needs to unrestrict themselves. They need to transform a situation because they're feeling stuck. Okay? That's not the energy we need around us when we're not stuck. Get what I'm saying? This isn't an energy that you want to stick around and watch transform. That takes time. That takes effort on their end. That's somebody that's letting the power of thought control an ending for them. That's not going to cut it. That's no way to live, right? So you got to be careful there. I don't even like that energy, and I just split it at the tower. So let's do a little reading and see what comes out. I feel like there's a whole lot of energies floating around, guys. Again, I feel like the bigger message is let them flow in and out, all around. Feel them out. I don't think we're in the stage of like overthinking. It's one thing to think, but to overthink. I posted that on YouTube the other day too. Like overthinking ruins things. I think you guys are dealing with overthinkers. You're trying to gauge where you're at. You don't got time for that either. You really don't. Overthinking is the art of creating problems that aren't even there. I did that on YouTube. I think you guys are really dealing with overthinkers, and I just feel like I'm shitting on people, so I just need to like not really talk about it like that. But I'm really not. Like this reading is more for you guys. It's like eye-opening. That's really what it's intended. Like the projected energy going out is the intention there. You know what I mean? I'm still talking, so I just feel like Queen of Pentacles is sitting there. Just feel like there's more. Just pay attention to like your dreams. Your energy. It's a very transformative time for the collective if you're aware. Certain energies are nuisances or holding you back, or I know I just keep getting the same message and let the energies flow in and out. So I don't know what you're gonna do with that. Not these four. Where to go with that one? Quite yet. But the message I'm more or less getting is like, so we're talking about the different type of catalysts, right? What empowers you And maybe the catalysts are in and out for you to realize, honestly, how far you've come. You know? Because I think this is like the overall message of spirit of like, for you guys, like, look how far you've come. Look where you're at. If people are putting you down, telling you what direction you should be going in, like, you don't want that energy around you. So these energies are coming in, guys. So once again, please believe me when I say I'm not shitting on these energies. I love these people. But love isn't always enough. It's not powerful enough sometimes when it's not reciprocated. The love's reciprocated, so I don't mean it like that, but sometimes love is just not enough. You can't be like, I love you, but I love you, but I don't think you guys are there. So I don't know why it came out like that. So maybe you're dealing with somebody who thinks love is enough. I don't know. But with spirit being like, let the energies flow in and out and all around you is a big message, because I typically don't get that one. But I think, again, the overall, like, how far you've come. And I know dreams are talking to you guys now, so Google them, look them up, try to figure them out. There's some big steps coming, there's some big energy, which pulled me to that song. Fabulous? What's the one where they fly? Or is it called Big Energy? The name of the song? Let me just check on my mom to see if she needs anything before we read.
Oh no, that's one he has to do. Oh boy. Yeah, because I'm just gonna lay down on the couch. We'll be back.
I'll be back, guys. I gotta go.